Okay, problem number 21. It's not an easy one, but it's the inverse hyperbolic tangent. And they tell us what the formula is, which is helpful. I don't have to derive that. And then they want it centered at 0. Let's go through this. And the first thing I would recommend to do is just to write down what the expansion is of the log problem, which is the natural log of 1 plus x minus the natural log of 1 minus x. The next thing I want to do is just remind you that we've seen something like this before, and I want to put out what we've seen before. And again, if you can't remember that, look back over the problem set, and you'll see we did this one before. I'm going to a different letter, though, because I don't want to confuse it. And if I were to expand that guy there, let's see what I'd get. Well, let me write the sum down for you. That's going to be n equals 0 to infinity. It's alternating, n plus 1, and then u to the n plus 1. So if you were to write that down, you'd get, let's see, u minus u squared over 2, let's see, plus u cubed over 3, minus u4 over 4, and then yada, yada, yada. So what I'm going to do is write down the natural log of 1 plus x, relatively simple. That's going to be x minus x squared over 2 plus x3 over 3 minus x4 over 4 plus, you get the idea. All right? Well, before I say, go move on, the radius of this thing here is 1, and the interval is going to be from minus 1 to 1. All right, let's keep going. The natural log, let's write this down, is going to be 1 minus x. I need that. What's that going to be? Let's see. You get minus x. Let's see, I'm plugging in minus x, right? And then you get the minus x. You're going to get minus x squared over 2. Then you're going to get minus x cubed over 3. And then you get minus x4 over 4, minus yada, yada, yada. Now what are we doing with this? We're doing this. ln 1 plus x minus ln 1 minus x. And what do you get there? Well, you get 2x. And then you get, let's see, 2x cubed over 3. And I think you get the idea. Although they're not written down, I think you get the idea. We're getting the odd powers. 1, 3, 5. All right? And it goes on forever. All right? What do we want to do? We want to divide that by 2. Every term is divided by 2. So this is going to be equal to x plus x cubed over 3 plus x5 over 5. And I got the pattern. Let's write the sum down. The sum n equals 0, x to the 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1 off to infinity. And if we start at 0, we would get 1, and then if you wanted 1, you'd get 3, so forth and so on. And again, the radius is still 1, but I think I might have lost an endpoint. Let's go through that. So the this is centered at 0, by the way. So we're looking at an interval. Whoops, I mean to do that. We're looking at an interval. And I'm going to say from minus 1 to 1. And I know that, well, let's go through it. Let's write down the minus 1. Let's check out the endpoint. So the x is between minus 1 and 1. Let's check this out first. What do you get? You get minus 1 to the 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1. This is divergent. And if you try this one over here, you're going to get 1, 2n plus 1 over 2n plus 1. It's also divergent. So we lost an endpoint there. All right? This will be your answer. And you need to move on. Thank you.